Wizards. John Wall at the Verizon Center, 15 points, 7 assists in Game 5. Of course, playing with the broken left hand and wrist. And there's Kevin Seraphin beating the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. He had a playoff career-high 13. Marcin Gortat was ill, so Seraphin had to play more. And offensive rebounds were a big story. 25 of them combined in the first half, but these teams had just 18 second-chance points off those rebounds.
Yeah, it seems like that was a theme early in the game about getting the second-chance points, hustling to the basket. And right here, DeMarre Carroll keeps the ball alive, and the boss finishes the play.
4-point lead for Atlanta. Now, closing seconds of the second quarter, a buzzer beater from Paul Millsap.
Paul Millsap working it in the paint like he did all night, had a fantastic outing, really gave the Hawks an advantage with the big man.
20 and 13 for Millsap. Hawks led by 6 at the break. Third quarter, they came out firing. Jeff Teague for 3. 15-point lead, largest of the game for the Hawks, but back came the Wizards with John Wall.
Oh, you talk about toughness. John Wall to the rim, playing through the contact. Yes, nice finishing off the break. Otto Porter Jr. Jam.
Wizards drew with an 8 to start the fourth quarter. Wall had 20 points and 13 dimes. Jeff Teague had 20.
Spin cycle. Jeff Teague did it all night, and especially on those spin moves in the lane, confusing those defenders and finishing at the rim.
Bradley Beal makes it a 6-point game, and 13 of his 29 came in the fourth quarter. Then John Wall right here with the steal, with his broken left hand on Carroll, up ahead to Beal for the slam. 1-point game.
Big-time courage to stick your injured hand in there, wrist in there, and big-time pass.
And then Bradley Beal takes the handoff from Nene, drops the baseline. Jimmy caps a 9-0 run. Washington up 1. Wall would split a pair of free throws. Game tied at 89, under 1 minute to go. Teague to Carroll, Hawks up 2.
Court vision, the Hawks playoff MVP, DeMarre Carroll, the only starter that didn't make the All-Star team, has been their biggest star in the playoffs.
And then that same combo on the next possession puts the Hawks up 4. Same score, under 20 seconds to go. Kyle Korver in trouble, and he turns it over. Here's Beal up the other way. He loses it. John Wall can't hit it. Garrett Temple is there, and he is fouled on the putback attempt. Temple goes to the line and makes them both. We got a 2-point game. Al Horford is then fouled. Remember, he was the hero in Game 5. He has a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Yikes.
Al Horford, he's a clutch player, but didn't make that one. Finished it off the second one, though.
Boss.
He did make that one. 3-point lead for Atlanta. Paul Pierce lurking. Here's Dave Johnson with the call on Wizards Radio.
3 seconds. Wall to Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce, left corner for 3. It's there! It's there! Paul Pierce, hands raised, and DC is rising again.
Hey, this is not over yet, folks.
They review
it. Review it. It was very, very close.
No basket. Game over. Hawks win. As the great Paul Pierce would say, series.
And that was Steve Holman on Hawks Radio as the Hawks win Game 6, 94-91. So Atlanta wins the series 4-2, and they advance to the third round of the playoffs for the first time in the Atlanta history of the team. Atlanta wins 3 straight in the playoffs for the first time since 1988, and this was the 4th straight game in this series decided by 5 points or less, longest such streak in a single series since the Spurs and Mavs thrilled us in 2006. Here's DeMarre on the win.
Time I turned around, I just see the Paul Pierce shooting the ball, and I was about to cry. I said, not again. And it went through. But, you know, the basketball guys was on our side, and they let us get through this.
Guys moving.
Nah, man, I almost had a heart attack, man. He just won't give up, man. He just keep fighting, man. He's a great player. He makes big time shots. And when I seen he got the ball, I was like, he's gonna make it, and he did. But luckily, the time ran out.
And for our players to go out and execute and make enough plays and find a way to win a game and put us in the Eastern Conference Finals, it's, I think, for the organization, for the city, it's something that everybody takes a lot of pride in, and our group takes pride in it too. But we're more in the moment. We're ready to move forward and continue to work, and there's a lot of work to be done still.
What does Cleveland present in terms of, you know, obstacles for you guys schematically compared to what Washington did?
First off, they got the best player in the world, so, you know, we got to contain him. And, you know, they got Tristan Thompson been playing big for them. Kyrie been playing big for them. So, you know, they've been doing a lot of good things. So, man, we just got to go out and keep playing our basketball, man. We worry too much about Cleveland, we'll lose sight of what we have to do. So my uncle always told me, man, if we do what we have to do, they won't be able to do what they want to do. So that's what we're going to try to do.